going to show you Greyhound, and it's for opening up and creating length in the hip joint. It can also do that from the lower ribs to the leg, so just elongating the leg. It can be used for many different things, but in general it's for opening up and creating some space around the pelvis and the hip. So you need a nice yoga mat or something soft to lay on, a pillow under the head if you need it. So laying to start with, both knees up, feet flat on the ground, and you imagine, so the bony parts at the front of the pelvis, if you imagine you've got some lights on there, you want them to be shining straight up at the ceiling. Okay, so we're not going to allow the pelvis to tip downwards. Okay, and so what we're going to do, I'm going to show you with my left leg so you can see. You can do this with both sides or whatever you've been prescribed to do. So, starting with the left side, keeping the pelvis as it is there, nice and sort of flat on the ground. I should say actually that the rib cage or the low back, you shouldn't be overarching too much there. What you want is it to be sort of in a neutral position, which will feel different for everybody. You might have a little bit of a gap there. I've got a tiny gap. You might have more of a gap. If it's more comfortable for you to flatten through the pelvis, then do so. But I think what you'll find the most comfortable would be to find the bony points on the front of the pelvis here. Imagine, as I say, you've got headlights and it's shining straight up at the ceiling. So aim for that. If it's not comfortable, then do let me know and we can discuss. Okay, so from there, you can keep your hands on your abdomen if that's okay. I'm gently allowing my foot to slide forwards nice and slowly, and I'm imagining my heel going further and further and further away. But what I'm also doing is anchoring in the pelvis and the ribs, so I'm not allowing that leg to just run away with me so that I'm tilting. Keep yourself anchored, and so your pelvis isn't moving, it's not travelling with you. And so that leg from here down to the heel is creating an opening stretch. So for me, I'm feeling an openness in my left hip. It should also feel quite relaxed, so if you're forcing too much, then it's too much. Ease back a little bit there. So after a few seconds there, you will gently come up, bend the knee again, slide the foot back up nice and gently there until you get back to your starting point. Reposition if you need to. And so I'll show you again in more like a real time. Okay, so my pelvis is in the right place, feels comfortable, looking up towards the ceiling, my legs sliding down nice and slowly, and my heel continues to a point where I feel a stretch, but my pelvis is not travelling down towards it. And then coming back up again there nice and slowly. Okay, that's it.